I got my pit crew here working on the Bobcat. This is our Bobcat 763. It's been sitting for a few years. I just wanted to do a video on the valve, the spool valve seal replacements on this thing, because I had to replace all the seals on the spool valves, and I'm repacking some cylinders right now. As I was working on this one, I could not find good videos. Actually, I found some pretty decent videos. However, for some reason, my spool valve is different than everything else I saw on videos. Now, this thing is, I guess, early to mid 2000s. It needs a good cleaning. It's been sitting for a few years. Every cylinder's leaking, every seal's leaking. So we'll spend the last few days working on it. I got these lift cylinders repacked. I've got the tilt cylinder off right now. I'm about to go to my brother's shop and pack it. But I did want to note something on the spool valve, as my spool valve was completely different than anything I saw in the service manuals or other people recording this. I'm just going to lift the cab, and I'll put the bolts on it. Oh. This cab just has two bolts right here on the front, inside the cab here. You just take these nuts off, and they have these plates, and you can see it right here. This one I already have the nut off. I think I actually lost it. I had to find it. So you just take those two things off, those two bolts off, and then the cab, you just lift it straight up. And it has little shocks on it to help you lift. It's not too heavy. Well, and it has a lock right there. It'll keep it safely up so it doesn't fall on you. Now, the videos I saw, they were taking everything off here and pulling this plate off, but the ones I saw did not have the fuse panel right here in the front. So it made it a little more difficult, because you can't just unplug this fuse panel like, you know, some stuff. So I opted to keep that in there and do it without pulling all of that. So there's a spool valve. It's on the right hand side, and they're all pretty similar. All models are pretty similar. But however, what I didn't see is this one has a plate on the front of the spools. I don't know if you can see that. That has solenoids. And those solenoids are locks. And everything I saw online was people would take this apart. They would pull the levers out, pull the pins. They take the two bolts out on each boot, the protective boot, the dust cover, pull that out. Then they would go to the back, and there's a detent spring on one cap. You don't pull that off or you'll lose your spring and balls unless you replace them anyway. And then the top one for the tilt is just standard. So once they pull those caps off front and rear, it basically just slide the spool out the back, and the seals on the back side stay on the spool. In the front, you just pull them out, replace them, and, you know, slide new ones onto the spools when you slide them back in. However, mine would not just move out. So I had this solenoid block. I don't know if you can see it in there. So I'll put my finger on it. There's one of the solenoids right here. That's for the tilt. And then the lift is way down in there. I don't know if I can get that in there or not. There it is right down in there. But anyway, there's a plate. It's about 1.5 inches, maybe 1 3/4 thick. And I finally figured that out. I was trying to get these solenoids off, but I couldn't get a wrench in there, and it was a pain in the butt. So what I did was I dropped the cab, and I'll do that now just to show you an example. I dropped the cab down, I turned the key, and I unlocked the hydraulics, because you do have the hydraulic, the green button. So basically, without doing anything, I just turned the key, hit that button, and that was it. That unlocked the solenoids, the safety solenoids, or the pedal solenoids that keep you from operating the machine without your little pull down arm up there. They keep it from rolling or whatever, or operating, or keep your kids or dogs from jumping in there and taking off with the Bobcat. I wish I had recorded the whole process of pulling the valves out because I think it would be very helpful for someone else to see this, because like I said, this was totally different than any video that I saw. Everyone I saw, none had the safety solenoids on them. And another thing in the boom, I see a lot of people take and leave the booms down and lift the cab and crawl underneath, and it's really pain in the butt with the boom down. You can do it with the boom raised up. There is a safety on the boom that locks it from falling down on you. I know some older models don't have those, and so I kind of wouldn't recommend it, but this thing, it'll hold the boom up. Once you raise it up, you just pull this pin out right here and pull the spring or whatever, and it locks, it drops right down, right on top of the front of the cap. So that'll secure your boom from falling down on you. Now the swing itself, I just used a board. I propped it up underneath the, right, because I got the forks on there right now. So I just propped the board like right up under here as the boom was in the air, and it kept it from swinging down on me when I pulled the spools out, because they will swing on you and that boom will drop on you. I know some of them have, I guess, a hydraulic safety lock or something to keep it from falling, but I don't know if it does or not. I would say safely secure your boom, because if it's up in the air, it makes it a lot more easier to work on it, because you can get this right down here over the edge and work on it versus trying to climb over the whole boom and everything. So when it's in there, it's a lot easier to work on, but there is that, you know, hazard of the boom falling down on you when you pull spools out. So definitely secure your boom. If you can't secure your boom, just drop it down and lift the cab and work on it from the inside like that. But other than that, I just want people to know that there is some models do have the lock solenoids on them, and if they do, you know, just an easy way to pull that solenoid block off is just turn your key to on. Don't crank it up, just turn it to on. Hit the green button that unlocks your hydraulics, and lift the cab up with the key left on. Disconnect those or take them out. Or, not disconnect them, but you can slide that block off. Once you get the caps off the front, that block slides right out. It doesn't have any seals or anything on that block, because your front spool valve seals are behind that block, and they keep oil from going in there. And those little dust boots on the front keep anything from going into that side of it. So either way, that was just a tip I run into, and I couldn't figure it out at first, but after playing around with it, I kind of figured it out and figured I'd post a video of that. Maybe it'll help somebody out. If you got any questions, please comment below.
So what are you putting in the truck?
This is a cylinder, the tilt cylinder for the Bobcat, and it is leaking really bad, and it needs to be repacked. I don't have a spanner wrench here, and I don't have an impact big enough to knock this nut off that's on the gland. So we're going to take it over to my brother's shop and take it apart there and repack it and put it back together.
Yeah, we need this Bobcat running like yesterday.
Yeah, it's been sitting for about 2 years and needs some love. I repacked most of the cylinders, replaced the seals in the spool valve, did some wiring on it, and now it just needs more love. But we have one cylinder left to pack, and it should be good to run for now until it breaks again. It's like OSHA hazard right there.
What'd you do? And I finally started cleaning it up. I got the back all cleaned, and now Chris is going to put this really dirty thing back here, and it's like it's the one spot. I mean, you can see it stained. I actually need to get like a carpet cleaner and do better, but it's cleaner than it was. And now he wants to put this greasy, oily thing from the Bobcat back here. So, oh look, he's got it wrapped up like a baby.
Plastic from the freeze dryer.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Yeah. Oil on the boot, that's gonna stink. All right, so as long as we don't roll it around.
Well, I hope it doesn't roll around then.
All right. Well, the Bobcat's fixed. Time to go utilize it.
is here.
excited.
Look right there.
Oh, I'm excited.
No, look at it.
That's a trailer axle. It's just a grease hub. I'm not worried about that.
Should you let them know?
No, that's fine. It ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Okay.
That's the axle. The other side's on this end. I'll try not to hit it, but with the Bobcat. But it's fine. It's just a grease cap. That's it. What do you think, Dookie? Are you excited, Dookie? Dookie, are you excited? Our Sawmill's here. Our Norwood LM30 with all the bells and whistles. I can't wait to put it together. It's gonna be a long weekend.